Some celebs call us loco. You know we up next, call it mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, I'm preserving beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. Back again, man. A bit late on this one here. You get me? I'm usually on earlier, but things happen. I'm going to play you a video, kick it off straight away about Mbeumo. Laurie Whitwell spoke about him. So this video is Laurie Whitwell on the StretfordPaddock. Go check it out. This is not my video. It's the StretfordPaddock's. So make sure you check it out. So I'm going to play the video now. We get straight into it. He breaks down what's really going on with Mbeumo. I know a lot of us want to know. We've been stressed out. What's going on with Mbeumo. So I'll play the video now of Laurie Whitwell. You know he's very reliable for Man United News, talking about Mbeumo. So let's hear it.
Coordinate. Right.
Okay.
What the living F is going on with Bryan Mbeumo? What's happening?
Laurie, help us out, bro. We can't cope with this anymore.
I thought it was getting close to. I appreciate.
Everyone did.
Yeah. Maybe one person's interpretation of close is different than others, because it feels like the fees that have been bid and that what Brentford want aren't that far apart. But clearly, United have got a position that they want to maintain. Brentford have got a position that they want to maintain. I think that we're in a stage where, you know, you've got a club that wants to, under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, try and negotiate hard for players and doesn't want to perhaps be seen to, you know, lose out in this competition, shall we call it. And so if even it is only a couple of million, you know, whatever, then that is something that United don't want to feel that they've kind of been forced into. Now, is there a middle ground? Surely there's a middle ground, right, in all this. Now that Brentford have started pre-season training, I'm intrigued to hear how Bryan Mbeumo is being around camp. Do United feel, they probably are hoping for this, that sense of agitation around him would translate to Brentford as being not, you know, fantastic for group spirit, and therefore it applies more pressure. Okay, we do need to sell him, but then again you have the sporting director Phil Giles saying we could keep him perhaps, and that's clearly an effort by him to sort of say to United, no, come on, you need to up your game here. We're obviously seeing more reports about Spurs being interested in Johan Wissa this week, and that feels, I don't know exactly the length of that, but again it feels similar to when they bid for Bryan Mbeumo that was 70 million that was denied by Spurs basically. So let's see how that all develops, but I agree that it's gone quite a long time now. We said, didn't we, on the last one, that pre-season start of July the 7th was a deadline that felt like it needed to be respected. We've gone past that now. Okay, maybe it's the US tour, July the 22nd they fly to Chicago. That certainly feels like a big one, because how can Ruben Amorim really feel that he's got a new squad or enough freshness to it to get his team playing how he wants, to reinvigorate, to produce that kind of the good times are coming that he promised at the end of last season? So far it's only Matheus Cunha that they've signed. Okay, Diego Leon, but again that was trailed and he's 17, 18, so it's not like the transformative impact has happened. And you've still got these players that United need to sell as well, that they've obviously been ostracised, exiled really from first team training. So it's a pretty unoptimal situation right now, I think.
Do you still feel like it's going to happen then? Yeah, because like as a fan, I've sort of got convinced now that
we're all in.
Yeah, that he's practically a United player.
If he doesn't play for United, it'll be the worst.
I feel like we've lost a player if he doesn't arrive at United now, and also because he's so good in terms of what he brings to the team, and it's obvious he fits straight in. I'm like, come on, man, we've got to see this now. Do you think?
I still think it will. I still think it'll happen. It's just, I just think that United have obviously overspent for players in the past, and Ratcliffe has come in with an agenda to change that. And I think the club also feel that they should do that. It's prudent. They're making people redundant, but at the same time they are spending money that's kind of altogether probably cumulatively the gap at the moment for Mbeumo. But yeah, I do think the Glazers might have some kind of oversight on this as well. They're still majority owners, so you spent 62.5 million on Matheus Cunha. You've got similar kind of fee, probably. Well, it's more, isn't it, that what Brentford want for him. So that's quite a lot of money really for two players that are 25, 26. So yeah, I still feel that United have done so much work here. I do feel like it's different to the Jared Branthwaite one last summer, where they made a couple of bids, didn't they? They also had Lenny Yoro. They also had Matthijs de Ligt as alternatives that felt equitable alternatives, like of the same level. If they don't get Bryan Mbeumo, they've already missed out on Liam Delap. Where do they go from there?
Yeah,
and
that's a good point, that.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like that's different. But the longer it goes on, the kind of less confident you feel. But I still feel they've done so much work that it just would be, as you say, I'd be stunned if they don't again follow through on it.
In terms of why it's taking so long, I know obviously United don't want to be taking the mick out of or look to be weak or give the impression to other selling clubs or even buying clubs that will fold to the whims of another team. I do get that, and I can appreciate how that would add time and add difficulty to a deal. But I don't quite understand what's happening day by day, because I'm seeing a lot of articles saying, and I know obviously not every word that Fabrizio Romano says is necessarily, both sides being accurately represented at all times, but I see things to the effect of United aren't really focusing on too much else at the moment because they're focusing on this deal. What does a day-by-day focusing on Bryan Mbeumo deal look like when we aren't putting new bids in, we don't seem to be getting any closer, and we're pushing sort of 3 weeks of this almost stalemate now? What are they actually doing in terms of working on this if it's not, finding a middle ground?
Well, I've heard that too, that is the focus. So for all the, when we spoke about Ollie Watkins last time, and, these are kind of backup options that they're, not backup, I think that's probably unfair, but alternative options that they've also they could maybe click into life if they really wanted to. To be honest, sometimes in a negotiation, doing nothing is actually part of the process where they're leaving it. Okay, yeah, we want to sign him, but that was our offer. You had it, you've rejected it. We'll wait. So and then see. It's kind of like who blinks first as the days go on. As you, like I said before, about training becoming more apparent and physically seeing people face to face. Back at Brentford, back at United. Then, so I don't think it's a case of each day United calling up Brentford going, what's your new price? You kind of have to leave it a bit. Don't you? I'm trying to think of when you go in a market and I don't know. Come on, Joe. You must have. No,
yeah. Well, what can happen sometimes is, let's say there's a man or lady selling some lovely ripe nectarines.
Nectarines.
This time of year. Stone fruit. Mm-hmm. And you say, how much are they? And they go, £3 for a pound. You go, chuck us for him, will you? And they go, can't do it. And you go, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have a look round.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
There we go.
And then you look around and you see, are they giving you a bit of eye contact to make you come back, and you won't go, here's a quid, mate, give me them 4 nectarines, will you, boy? And then maybe toward the end of the market, when they still have a surplus of nectarines, or maybe they want to spend that nectarine money on something else on the market.
Nectarine money.
Because let's be honest, Brentford haven't got too many 65 million quids knocking about, and they've just lost their manager. They're about to lose their best player. They need to make plans to spend that money.
Yeah.
Maybe, we were saying this last night, maybe Man United are actually going, well, Brentford are just as desperate to get this deal done as us for different reasons, but why do we have to be the ones that always gets cold feet and starts to panic? Maybe we can push them toward the end of the window a bit more and put them in a position where, actually, if we don't get this money, we aren't going to be able to replace him, and we might be in a relegation battle before we know it. So I wonder if there's some of that going on.
Yeah, and I also think...
God, I want a nectarine.
That was. Have you had some today?
No, not for a while. I only bought some, but they were all ripen at home, and I'm sick of it.
And it was 5 for £2.
Ugh.
Way overpriced.
Rip off.
Yeah.
I tried planting my own, but the seed just went mouldy. Sorry, carry on.
I actually believe that.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh wow. Okay.
Carry on.
The other thing, just a small consideration in all this, is United might be thinking, well, Brentford's whole model is you come to us, we'll pay you well, but it's basically, we know that at some point, if you do really well for us, we will allow you to leave for the right price at the right moment. So they might be thinking Brentford can't drag this out for too long, because then players that might join them will see that and think, well, okay, maybe I'll have second thoughts on it if they're going to make it that hard for Bryan Mbeumo to leave. Maybe
you said that about Dortmund. I remember chatting to you about. Yeah, you said
a
similar
thing.
No, it's true though.
It's a good point,
because you said it about. I remember chatting about Sancho a few years ago with you.
Oh, great memory.
Yeah, you did, and you said
wow.
The whole Dortmund model is, we'll come and play for us for a couple of years, and then if you want to move on for the right price, we'll do that. And obviously that's served them very well when they've had the likes of Bellingham, Sancho, Haaland, who else has been there? Dembele,
All
just
sorts.
like loads of players.
Dembele,
who've come-
Dembele,
yeah.
Well, they actually got a lot of money for him, didn't they?
Yeah, so it makes sense if that's.
I mean, in the
No,
end,
a
United
sort
had to
of-
wait a year, didn't they, for Sancho?
Yeah.
And still spent now money that looks too much. But but
That
the
works out well,
alternative
though, didn't
was
it?
100 at the time, 100 million felt like what he was doing in Europe was like, okay, kind of justifiable.
So that's what he said. That's what Laurie Whitwell said, the big man himself. You know he's solidified when it comes to United, yeah? You can't put nothing past this geezer. He's solidified. So, yeah, let me just get into it. Obviously, he said a lot of things, so you might have missed the whole point. This is it basically just summarized for the most things. It's basically Brentford. They don't want to look like a pushover, like they've took the piss. They've got taken the piss out of, and we don't want to look like a pushover because we're trying to do a new model. Sir Jim's trying to do this thing where it's like, no, when even though it's a few million, we don't want to look like we've been taken for a dickhead. So it's just a stalemate right now. It's a joke thing where it's just stuck. Two egos are in the way. Who's going to break first? So United are not making no contact at the moment. But then you've got the Wissa situation that's going on. If Wissa goes, Mbeumo doesn't move. So it's just all techie right now. It's mad. And I've seen a report that just came out about from the Brentford journalist saying that Tottenham are going to go back in for Wissa because Forest got a 20 million bid declined for them yesterday. So I don't know what's going to happen. But let's break down what Laurie Whitwell says. Let me get this banner off. He basically just said, I still think it will happen. It's just that United have overpaid for players in the past, and Ratcliffe has an agenda to change that. The club also feels they should do that. It's prudent. They made people redundant. At the same time, they are spending money, which is probably accumulating the gap for Mbeumo. I do think the Glazers might still have some oversight as well. They're majority owners. They've spent 62 million on Cunha. Remember that, 62 million on Cunha, and you have a similar fee for Mbeumo. So yes, it's more that they would want for him. That's quite a lot of money for two players who in 2025. Remember that. They're both 25 and 26. And Ineos's model when they came in, it was let's get the little gems in. Let's get the little 18-year-olds, the little 17s. So now they're going for 25, 26-year-olds. They're trying to step a bit easy. I still think United have done so much work here that it's different to the Brantford one last summer, where they made a couple bids and also had Lenny Euro. They had the Lit as an alternative. If they don't get Mbeumo, they've already missed out on the lap. Where do they go from here? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if we don't get Mbeumo, who do we go for? Who's a better geezer than Mbeumo that's on the transfer list or that can move this summer? That's why I feel like it's different. It's taking longer. It goes on, the less confident you feel. But we've done so much work. I'd be stunned if they don't follow through in it. So it's just when they're going to follow through then. And then he basically just says, I thought it was getting close. It feels like the bids that have been made and what Brentford want aren't far apart. Clearly, United are in a position they want to maintain. Brentford have a position they want to maintain. So literally, you just got two people stuck and saying, we want 65 plus 5. And they're saying, we're not paying you 65. We want... And whoever budgets first is going to look moist to everyone else. We don't want to look moist because we've been getting taken the piss out of for years. And Brentford don't want to look like they've been taking the piss out of. Brentford have a position every day. I think we're at a stage with the club under Jim Ratcliffe where they're trying to negotiate hard for players and don't want to be seen losing out in this competition, shall we call it. Even if it's only a couple million, then that's something that United don't want to feel like they've been forced into. Surely there's a middle ground in all this. So surely something can happen where they just end up going for it and then they just run through because, mate, we need to get Mbeumo wrapped. And what's happening every day is all we're seeing is Tottenham's going mad now. Kudus and Morgan Gibbs-White. Then you got Arsenal, even though they're getting Madueke, which is a terrible signing, they're still making signings, bro. They're still moving. So that's the situation with that, man. I want to show you what's going on with Kudus, though. Not Kudus, Wissa. Because remember, we got to watch out for Wissa, you know. We got to be checking our mirrors now for Wissa. Because if Wissa goes to Tottenham or Forest, Mbeumo deal collapses. Remember that, you guys. So that's the situation with Wissa. So yeah, man, that's Laurie Whitwell. He's one of the most reliable Man United journalists. He's not like Fabrizio where he does 100 different teams. He only deals with Manchester United. So when he talks, you listen. So he's just saying, listen, there's a stalemate. That's the only reason why it's happened. I know the video was a bit long. It's like 9 minutes, but you don't have to hear everything about it. I didn't want to come here and have to explain it. I'd rather show you yourself. So there's a little stalemate. The only thing is we're just waiting to basically see who's going to budge first. They got their number. I think 65 is cool, you know. But I think that they might be saying 65 plus 5. That's where the problem comes in. But I think 65 million for Mbeumo with what's going on right now is calm. I'll be real with you lot. So we'll see what happens, man. Laurie Whitwell spoke about it, as you lot saw. So we'll see. But Spurs are moving mad. And this is what came out yesterday. Look, let me show you what came out yesterday. And this is why we got to check our mirrors, mate. Nottingham Forest made a 20 million bid for Wissa. And it's been reported by so much different journalists now, it's evident that if they sell Wissa, they're not selling Mbeumo. They're not losing both of them in the same season. Wissa scored 19 goals and Mbeumo scored 20 goals for them last season. They're not losing both of them. They've lost their captain, Norgard, to Arsenal. They've lost Thomas Frank. They're not losing two strikers, basically, in their head. So, mate, we're checking our mirrors now. We started this on the 2nd of June, where it was just us in the race. Now we got to check our mirrors for Wissa. We can't let Wissa go now. This is madness. So this is what's going on, bruv. This is what we're dealing with now. Obviously, he's getting frustrated as well. Rich Faye, very reliable. He spoke about this yesterday and said that the Cameroon assistant coach had a little chat and said Mbeumo was getting frustrated of how long it's taking, blah, blah, blah. But for those that don't know about yesterday, this is what happened with Wissa. This is when Tottenham made the bid. Tottenham made the bid for Wissa. They got told it's 50 million. And look at the second article. It says, the second paragraph, Brentford only intend to sell one of Mbeumo or Wissa this summer. Go to the next article. Brentford will be extremely reluctant to allow Wissa to leave as well as Brian Mbeumo. And in the last article, any potential deal for Wissa to Spurs would make Mbeumo's move to Manchester United increasingly difficult. So look at that. That's on the look at the date at the bottom. That's on the 9th, yeah? Tottenham made contact on the 9th. They've told us already. If Wissa goes, we're not getting Mbeumo. And then yesterday you got Forest bidding for Wissa. So there's a lot of people out there for Wissa. And if Wissa goes, we can't get Mbeumo, mate. So this is what's going on. It's techie right now, man. It's very techie, bro. It's very techie with Mbeumo. But it's good to hear Laurie Whitwell basically say it's not collapsing. It's just two egos, basically. Brentford have got their price. Their price might be 70 million. That's what Ben Jacobs said yesterday. We don't know what their price is. They might be saying they want 70 million up top and then 5 million add-ons. Who knows? But, mate, we'll see. Let me take a few of these messages and I'll move to the next one. We've got a lot of news to talk about, you know. Morning. Big up yourself, Man United. It's afternoon now, isn't it? Not going to lie. Mbeumo do look more like to collapse than happening. That's what he says in there. Look, he says, yeah. He even says that. He says, the longer it goes on, the more you think. He says that in the second paragraph of the first article. He goes, what did he say? That's why I feel like it's different. The longer it goes on, the less confident you feel. That's exactly how we all feel. It's been going on for so long that we're starting to feel less confident. But, mate, hopefully it doesn't, man. Let's just club terminate Sancho, Rashford, Anthony. We can't do that. Rashford's an academy product. You know how much money we'll get from him? We'll get a lot of money to be able to spend if we sell Rashford. I've got some news for Rashford as well coming. Don't worry. We needed Mbeumo for so long. Why Man United not finish his contract? I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, man. It's crazy, Bruno. It's crazy. But Laurie Whitwell saying they're not far apart, innit? Brentford want what they're not far apart. But it's just who's going to budge first. That's all it is. Collins, Man United's owner are useless, man. Who does not understand football at all? They want to take this football club to relegation. It's crazy. I don't blame you, bro. Do United boss see our comments or people's voice? I don't think they see either, mate. I don't think they see either. I think they just in their own vision. They know people are going to talk regardless, and they just don't care. They're just going off what they're going off. If Spurs can pay 60 million for Gibbs White, Man United can pay 65 million for Mbeumo. Yeah, 100% pick apart, 100%. And they triggered the release clause as well. That's the Europa money, you know. That's the Europa League money that they won. You get 100 million for winning. That's the money. They just triggered the release clause. They didn't even try to negotiate to say, let's play a bit over, to do it in installments. They just went 60 million, bam, bosh, quickly. Is Mbeumo's deal done? Not yet, Junior, man. We're still waiting. We're still scanning on. I played a video with Laurie Whitwell. He basically broke down what was happening. These are certain things he said. He said that basically two egos. Brentford are sitting there. They've seen Man United's come through the door. They're rubbing their hands. They're trying to get as much millions as they want. If this was Man City or Chelsea, this deal would have been done already. Because it's Man United, they're like, nope, we're going to squeeze them for every penny we can. And then, obviously, Man United are saying, we're not going to get bumped no more. That was the Glazers. That was the last regime that was getting bumped, paying crazy money. We're not going to do that no more. So they're stern right now. But like I'm saying to you, we've got to check our mirrors because it's been reported, like I said, If Brentford are only going to sell Mbeumo or Wissa, and Wissa, there's a lot of interest in him now. Spurs want him, and Nottingham Forest are in for him. This is what I'm trying to say to you. So if Wissa goes, our deal collapses straight away. Then what do we do then? That's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So this is the situation with Mbeumo. I'm going to spin back round. Don't worry, if you've just come in the chat and you've missed it, I'll spin back round for you after I've gone through the majority of the news, and you'll see what's going on. Don't worry. We've got Marcus Rashid. Marcus Rashid is looking likely now, finally, because you don't know what's been happening with Marcus Rashford. This guy, they haven't been rating him at Barcelona. For the last week or two, they've been saying he's not priority. We want Luis Diaz. After Nico Williams turned them down, they've been saying, we want Luis Diaz. They don't care about Rashford. This came out yesterday. Look at the article on the right side. It says, as of today, Marcus Rashford does not generate consensus. The Barca sporting staff. Plettenberg spoke about Luis Diaz. Barcelona blocked, blah, blah, blah. It was all Luis Diaz, basically. It's been coming up for ages about Luis Diaz. So today, finally, and yesterday night, it's being reported that Barcelona have made Marcus Rashford their top priority now. The club are ready to go all in to sign him. Talks are underway. Hansi Flick has given the green light. Finally. Do you know how long we've been waiting for this green light, bro? It's crazy. Rashford is now considered Barca's #1 target. And that's Pletigo. And then you got Mundo Deportivo, who's very reliable for Spanish news. He says, Barcelona consider Marcus Rashford a very good player and appreciate his form at Aston Villa, although a loan deal would be ideal for the club. His signing could realistically cost around 40 million euros. That's like 32 million, mate. You've got the money. You went to pay 58 million euros for Nico Williams. That's 50 million pounds. So you've got the dosh, mate. Just pay the whole money, the 40 million, and go your way. You understand? And then obviously Matteo Moretto said the same thing. And Matteo Moretto, he is very reliable he's Fabrizio. He works with Fabrizio, mate. That says it all. Matteo Moretto works with Fabrizio Romano. So when you see Matteo Moretto, just know it's certified what he's saying. And he's saying Hansi Flick has given the green light to sign Marcus Rashford. So that's a green light we've seen 2 times now. Rashford is given priority to joining Barcelona. He's gone on a podcast. I love Barcelona. It's always sunny here. Lamine Yamal, I want to play with the best. Blah, blah, blah. He's been twerking for them for ages. So he might just finally get the move. But like I said, they wasn't rating him. Nico Williams turned them down and got signed a new contract. Luis Diaz is not for sale. But that was their top priority. And they were going to pay money for Luis Diaz, 75 million. And they were going to pay 50 million for Nico Williams. So I don't know why they keep talking about loans with Rashford. It's still showing like they don't really trust him like that. It's like, come here for 1 season. We'll see how you get on. And then we'll know if we can send you back or not. So that's the situation with Rashid. Yeah, Hansi Flick's giving the green light. He finally might get his dream move. Hopefully he does. That's a lot of money for us. Remember, he's academy product. That's pure profit. If he goes for 40 million, what we want him to go for, we can spend up to 120 million now. Straight away. And remember, most deals are done in installments anyway. You'll spend like 15 million this year, 15, etc. Like Cunha's deal, we got to pay for that in 3 years. So we pay like 22 million this year, then 22, etc. So that's the situation. If he goes or Garnacho, because they're from the academy, we get to spend 3 times that amount of money. This is why you see a lot of teams selling their academy products. Chelsea sold Gallagher. They're trying to sell Chalobah last season, remember? It didn't work. Cole Palmer, Man City sold him. This is why it makes sense for them. You sell academy products, you get 3 times the money. That's what happens. So everyone's saying, how come Arsenal are spending so much? Blah blah. Because this is what I'm saying. When you spend like they sold Nketiah for 30 million or something, they could spend 90 million now. It's things like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Smith Rowe, they sold him to Fulham, 30 million, 90 million again. This is how it goes. So if Rashford goes, we need that 40 million. We can spend up to 120 now. And his wages as well. His wages are crazy. He's on like 325k or something. I know we're not in Champions League, so it might have gone down to 300 or 275. But mate, there you go. But they need to chill out with this loan talk though, 100%. They need to just come and buy him. He was ready to buy Nico Williams and he was ready to buy Luis Diaz, bro. So this is what's come out today. The dates are at the bottom. You can see last night it was Matteo that came out and said the green light's been given for Marcus Rashford by Hansi Flick. And then today it's been Yep, they might come for a loan. 40 million is the price on euros. And that Plenty Goal said Barcelona have made Rashford their top priority. And that's because Luis Diaz was their priority. But Liverpool keep saying he's not for sale. So they can't go for Luis Diaz. Nico Williams, they can't go for him. And that's it. Let me take a few of these and then bam. New player link. Marcus Rashford ready to cut his wages. Yeah. Lucky love for that, bro. I forgot about that. He's taking a pay cut as well. So if he's on 275, he'll probably be on 200 just to go and play for Barca. So that's what Rashi's on. This guy loves Kluivert, Justin Kluivert, bruv. He loves him. Bro, Brentford ain't doing anything. They demand 60 million straight up and add-ons from the start. We are the ones taking the piss. This is what I'm saying, man. I don't know what's going on, man. They did say they wanted Cunha money, to be honest, but yeah, you're probably right. We're underbidding it. We're trying to test them, probably. I don't know, man. But I just don't know what the delay is. The delay is scary. And all this Whisper stuff every day is killing my head. Why am I going on Twitter searching up Whisper every single day to see what's going on with him? I don't care about him. It's crazy. Marcus Rashford wants pay cut to join Bayern. Yeah, he wants pay cut to join Barca, not Bayern. Despite reports, I saw this. Thank you for that, Man United. Love for that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share screen in a minute and show you the latest things that's come out in the last couple of minutes as well. You know me, man. I'm always with you, lot, man. Love for that, Man United. Appreciate you still. Marcus Rashford will do pay cut to join. Yeah, he told me that like 3 times now, Lucky. Lucky's moving mad. Barca will hold out for a loan as usual. This is what I'm saying, and that's scary. If they get a loan, that's gonna be like the end of the window, which will be like August the 30th or something. You know, them silly ones. And then we can't even replace him. We can't even go and buy someone. We might have to buy someone in January, but that might be too late. Amrin might have been sacked by then. So that's a joke thing, man. And that just shows they don't really believe in you. If they're coming for a loan, they don't really believe in you, bro. They was ready to pay 58 million euros for Williams, 75 million pounds for Diaz. But when it comes to you, they want to pay a loan. Come on, bro, man. Joke thing. Garnacho, like Rashford, is back at Carrington, but neither are training with the first team. Yeah. They're allowed to train. They've not been exiled from training, so they can go there. But I think they go in there when Ruben's left and that. Like when the team's gone, then they're going and training. Brentford are in the right to stand firm. They could be relegated next season. Yeah. What don't these fools running our club understand? Club shopping at Brentford, yet they need to strengthen. Yeah. And all of us can see that their 65 million is fair. Does anyone in here think 65 million isn't fair? When you're looking at the market right now, Kudus went for 55. Kudus scored 5 goals last season. Alanga went for 55. Alanga scored 6 goals last season. Gittins went for 55. Gittins scored 8 goals in the Bundesliga. And then you got, who else has gone this season for money? João Pedro just went for 60 million. He scored 10 goals last season. 5 of them were penalties. And then we've got a geezer here called Mbeumo with 20 goals, 8 assists or whatever it is. 65. We're even bumping him with 65. Let's be real. 20 goals and 8 assists. Come on, man. We're even kind of taking the piss. I'll be real. I'm saying 65. So I don't know what they're waiting back. It's like they're not trying to look like fools, but mate, we're actually getting a bundle. I think we're getting a bundle. So I think 65 is actually calm. Let me show you some of the transfer markets. I need to update this because I've had this one for a minute. I'm going to get some more new players and then we'll put this in. Madueke just went for 52 million. 52 million for Madueke, bro. Come on, bro. Look at this. This is what I've been having for a minute. I'll get the next one soon, man, because I need to get some new players in there. But look at this. Jamie Gittins, look at his stats under. Remember in the Bundesliga, there's only about 4 or 5 teams that are good teams that press and that attack. All the rest of the teams are always like counter-attack, Everton type of teams. Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Dortmund, and I'll say Leipzig. Yeah, there might be one more I'm not thinking about, but let's just say them 4 teams. You should be scoring way more goals than 8 goals, mate. He scored 8 goals in the Bundesliga last season, and he got 3 assists. 11 goals and assists last season, and he went for 55 million to Chelsea. João Pedro, 10 goals, 7 assists. Cool. 5 of them goals were penalties, guys. He went for 60 million. Kudus, it said it was going to be 85 million. Like I said, I had this before. It's not updated. It's going to be 85 million because if you look at it at the top, it said that's what his release clause is. Obviously, Tottenham got him for less. They got him for 55 million. But look at his stats for last season. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Kudus is a baller. but he had a shit season, I'm saying. The season before, he was cold. I was like, what's Ten Hag done? Look at Kudus. He went for 40 million. Ten Hag went to Ajax and got us fucking Anthony. So I rate Kudus, but look at last season, his stats. He got 5 goals, 4 assists in 35 games, and he went for 55 million. Come on, man. And Mbeumo is worth 65 million all day, bro. Like, let's be real. He's worth it. So I'll bring up Mbeumo's ones in a minute. But because my man, if you look at this properly and you look at what these guys are keeping up with, there's no way man can turn around and say Mbeumo is not worth 65 or 70 million, bro. Gittins is in the Bundesliga. You see them leagues? You should be ripping it up, bro. He should have had about 15 goals and assists, and then we're sitting there now and saying, oh, can he do it in the Prem? That's what happened with Sancho. Sancho had like 20 goals, 20 assists. No, not 20 goals. I'm chatting going mad. He had about 20 assists. He had a mad record. I remember they were putting him with record sheets with like Messi and that. Bruv, rip it up over there. He's not even ripping it up. He got 3 assists, 8 goals, and went for 55 million. Look at Mbeumo. Man are telling me this guy's not worth 65 to 70 million. Look at this geezer. Goal scored, 20. Expected assist, first. He's the first expected assist in the Premier League. This is not Brentford stats, you know. This is the Premier League stats. First in expected assist. Crosses, first. Kilometers covered. You know what Amarin's trying to do? He's trying to make these guys runners. They need to be running, intensity. My man's third with covering distances. And look how much sprints he's doing. The way he's pressing, third. Look at everyone he scored against in a 38-game match span. Every single team he scored against. This geezer's not like, he only scores against the lesser teams or he only scores against the big teams. You know, like he's only counter-attacks against the big teams. This guy scored against nearly everybody apart from 5 teams. He just didn't score against Man City, Aston Villa, Forest, Everton. That's it. He can't score against his old team, Brentford, his own team. This geezer's a baller, bro. This geezer's a baller. And this is why they're saying we cannot lose Brentford. Look at the goal, the top scorer sheet. Mbeumo, 20 goals. Wissa, 19 goals. They can't lose both of them. They'll get relegated, bro. So that's why it's scary right now. We have to nap him before they come in and get Wissa. We have to take Mbeumo as soon as possible before they can even go and take Wissa. Because he scored 19 goals. And let me tell you something. For those that don't know, you know, Mbeumo scored 20 goals, 5 penalties. So that's 15 goals open play, which is good. Wissa scored 19 goals, 0 penalties, mate. 19 goals, 0 penalties for Wissa. So, of course, teams are going to come in from. So we've got to hurry up, get Mbeumo down the line, and then Wissa can't move or whatever. Or he's got to force a move or something. But we shouldn't make that our problem. We should just get Mbeumo wrapped up. We've had a whole 6 weeks and then do what we got to do, bruv. But that is the window. Look at the top scorer sheet. Cunha's in there with 15. I think Cunha's got no penalties. Cunha scored 0 penalties as well. 15 goals. Mbeumo, 15 goals, 0 penalties. Sorry, 15 goals, 5 penalties. That's why it's 20. Mbeumo got 20 goals, 5 penalties. So 15 goals open play. Same as Cunha, 15 goals open play. They're so mad. Look at Cunha. They've even put Man United under him as if he's already played and scored that for us. They're crazy. That's the Premier League table for last season, and they put Man United under his name. They're crazy, innit? The guy even scored a goal for us yet. He even played a game yet. But that's how much he scored last season. They've put Man United under his name, but they got him in a Wolves shirt. But yeah, that's how much he scored last season anyway. So that's Cunha there, and that is Mbeumo. You can see what we're trying to do. We need goals in this team, and we're trying to go for them. We're even linked with Watkins as well, and Watkins is there. This is what I'm trying to see. You can see what they're trying to build up, but I don't know what's taking them so long. I'll be real. I can't talk for them. I can't sit here and say they're I don't know, bro. I played you the video about Laurie Whitwell, and he just said it's an ego thing right now. Brentford don't look like they're taking they're basically getting violated. We don't look like we're overpaying. So we're kind of stalling type of thing. It's weird, man. I don't know, man. It's a weird one. Let me get a few of these and then boom. Yeah, you said that one there. I think there's a standoff between Man United and Brentford, to be honest. Yeah, Omar. That's what Laurie Whitwell just said. And he's reliable for United News. He said basically it's just games, isn't it? There's loads of games. And what Brentford keep doing, which is, it's not even their fault, you know, is they're comparing the market. So what I just done to you now, that's what they're doing. They're doing this. They're saying, listen, Gittins just went to Chelsea for 55 million. He scored 8 goals and 3 assists. João Pedro just went for 60 million. He scored 10 goals, 5 of them were penalties. That's what they're doing. Kudus just went for 55 million to Spurs. He only got 5 goals last season. We've got a geezer here called Mbeumo. This guy scored 20 goals. He got 8 assists. How can you turn around and be saying you only want to pay 55 million plus 7 when he's way better than these guys and they're going for less? That's what Ben Jacobs said yesterday. I'll get you the document of what he said yesterday about Mbeumo if I find it. But that's what's going on. So they're using the transfer market now to dictate Mbeumo. That's why Man United are saying that Brentford are playing games. So Man United are saying Brentford are playing games because they keep using players. But watch this. That's our own fault because we started talking to them on the 2nd of June. Why have we let it go all this way where all these transfers have happened? Now they can use it against us. So it's our own fault that we've even put ourselves in this position. We should have just wrapped it up. Look at what's just happened with Madueke. We saw that whole transfer in a week materialize. Arsenal are interested in Madueke. Arsenal exploring, are keen, all these words, optimistic about Madueke. They're going to bid soon. Arsenal bid about Madueke now. Oh, shit. Chelsea want more. They're going to bid again. Here we go. We've seen the whole thing happen in 1 week. We're sitting here for 6 weeks. No one knows what's going on. They're not even putting little things out to let us know what's happening. No one knows. We're just guessing. So it's mad, bro. I understand everyone being angry. We have to be. But this is what the market is now. I'm still calm because Laurie Whitwell said that he'll be gobsmacked if Mbeumo doesn't get over the line. Omar, come on. You're listening. That's why. This is why I feel calm. Because when I'm seeing the big journalists, Ben Jacobs, Laurie Whitwell, even Fabrizio, even though he's a bit, but even Fabrizio come and tap in and say they're still talking, nothing ain't wrong, it's not collapsing, blah, blah, blah. I'm cool with that. Do you get it? But it's just like, why is it taking so long? I don't know, bro. A lot of players need to go. Yeah, 100%. I'm with you with that one. Is there any update about Garner back to training with the guys? That's a lie, Hesty. That's a lie. Don't worry. I'll show you something about that in a minute. I got you. I'll show you something about that in a minute. He's not back in, though. It's not. Rich Fay just came out and said that as well. And someone put it in the chat as well. Yeah, here, look. Despite previous reports, Man United have not permitted Garnacho to rejoin his Man United teammate for pre-season, with the player still expected to leave this summer. So that's already there, but I'll show you the actual report in a minute. Man United, love for that. Appreciate you, man. So that's that. Garnacho can train, but won't go into the USA tour. Lucky's tapped. I swear to you. Yeah, exactly, bro. 65. Very fair price by Brentford. I'm out here trying to penny pinch. And Mbeumo deserves better at this point. And Mbeumo's getting frustrated, bro. The report came out saying Mbeumo is getting frustrated. Is this the one? No, this is the one that basically is Wissa or Mbeumo. But there's a report that Mbeumo is getting frustrated now because he's saying this is going on for too long. Like, I don't know what's going on. I told them already I prefer Man United. If I don't go Man United, I'll leave. And you got to remember, if Mbeumo stays, next year, he's literally got 1 year left. He's got 1 year left now, but they can extend it. So if he gets to next year and he doesn't sign a contract, they can't extend it no more. He'll have 1 year left. What would they sell him for then? 30 million? You get it? So they want him gone. Now, they understand he wants to leave. He wants to do his dream move to Man United. Let's get up the most money we can get now. So that's why, what's his name? Laurie Whitwell just said that they might not, Man United are looking at it like, right, you lot have to budge. They might have to budge because you have to sell my man. He's going to have 1 year left next year. What's going to happen there? So it's bare games going on. They're just sitting around playing games like, you're going to budge first. It's like having an argument with a gal and you don't want to go and chat to her. So you're both just not talking. And then whoever budges first, it's going to look like they've gave in. It's a joke thing. That's what they're doing. This is the thing about Mbeumo. That look at the middle article. He's frustrated with how long it's taken. That's all you've got to take from this. He's frustrated with how long it's taken. That's Richard Fay. He's reliable, mate. And that's what he's saying. He's getting frustrated now. This is getting long for him. He's sitting there 6 weeks. I should be there at United now. Like, I don't know, man. It's a weird one. And he's Prem League. Exactly. Prem proven. Yeah. When you're in the Prem, you know that the price is mad already. So, yeah, it's a weird one still. Jim and his clowns taking the club backwards. They're enemy of the club. But they're moving mad. I can't lie. When Ivan Toney left Brentford and Mbeumo stepped up and became the main guy, whistling next to him, love for that Courtney, 100%. And someone tried to say yesterday, come in the chat and said, this guy's only had one season. He's only going to... Bro, he's been doing bits. When we lost 4-0, he terrorized us that game. Remember when we lost 4-0 and was it Ten Hag's second game of the season? Remember, his first ever when he come, we lost to Brighton 2-1, then lost 4-0. He terrorized us, bro. And then he scored one of the goals. He terrorized us. So he was doing bits, but he wasn't the main man. Tony was the main man, scoring all the penalties, etc. Tony left, Wissa and Mbeumo went crazy. You can't... How can you play for Brentford, a team that is meant to defend all game, and both of you be on the top scorers list? Just one of you not being there is crazy because you defend all game. You shouldn't even be there. But having both of you is mad. 20 and 90, that's 39 goals in between them. Do you know how much goals our attack scored? Just our attack four players. Come on, man. It's crazy. Let me show you what our attack scored last season. Our attack was embarrassing last season, bro. And you've got two of them playing for a team that defends all game and then tries to nick a goal, and they're scoring that. Let me show you what our attack done last season. Just to take the piss and show you what's going on. Look at this. Brian Mbeumo just scored one league goal fewer than Man United's entire attack this season. Our attack, Højlund, Xerxes, Garnacho, and Ahmad. Remember, Ahmad was injured for a lot of it, but cool, still. Our attack scored 21 goals, bro, in the Premier League. And Mbeumo himself scored 20 goals. So add Wissa on that now. That's 39 goals in between them. 39 goals, and you got our attack that scored 21. That's nearly double. Two man is nearly double than all four of them. Embarrassing, bro. So we need this player, brother. We need my man ASAP. Trust me. If Man United don't get him, it's a disgrace. It'll be crazy. It'll be, bro, man will give up. If man don't get Mbeumo, it's well give up. I think he's 25, 25 still. Cunha's 26. Yeah, 25. Yeah. 25 still. Yo, bro, what's good? What up, AP, man? What you telling me, man? Transfers finished. Fabrizio Romano. I lucky tapped, man. Lucky killed me. Brentford have lost. Ollie Watkins to Villa. Ivan Toney. Thomas Frank. Manager Tottenham. Norgard. Now their two strikers have held them up to survive the Prem. They lost Ollie Watkins a few years back, though. But yeah, I know what you're saying, though. They can't. That's why they're saying they're not going to lose Ollie Watkins. You got me talking about him now. Well, they're not going to lose Wissa and Mbeumo. They need one of their goal scorers. Remember, they got Mbeumo for 5 million, So even if they get 65, they've flipped him. You've done well for them, scored goals, and they flipped him. That's 60 million, prof. So look at that. Wissa and Mbeumo, 39 goals in between them. Our whole attack, 21 goals. Embarrassing, mate. Literally, we should just go for both of them at this rate. Anyone would do better. So why is no one talking about the fact that Mbeumo contract, Real Madrid did the same with Mbappe? No. You're not listening. Sugar Ray. Mbeumo's got 1 year left, but they've got an option to extend. This is what happens in the Prem with a lot of teams. Everyone puts an option to extend, and then you trigger that extension. See, right now, Maguire, his contract is finished, but we've got an option to extend. So you trigger the extension, he has to stay for 1 year. That's what contracts are. So Mbeumo's got 1 year left, but then they've got an option to extend. So he's basically got 2 years left. But if they don't sell him this year, next year, he's literally got 1 year left because they'll extend it now. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how it works. So he hasn't got 1 year left where he can leave on a free. He's got one. He could leave if they don't want to extend it, but come on, they're going to extend his contract. This is Mbeumo. They're not going to let him leave for free. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the situation with him. So that's how it's working. Real Madrid, they wait for players after the extension is finished. So say like Konate's in his last year now. So they're probably going to have to extend his contract, etc. That's how it happens. I think I'm going to take a break from United News. Don't know how you do this every day, man. Big up. I'll be back when something big happens. Ivan, love, man. Come on, bro. I know, man. It's stressful sometimes, man. Especially when you're waking up and you're seeing Calvert-Lewin and all of these guys. Callum Wilson. It's mad. But what can we do, man? Man's here for you, look. You get me? This is the metric community, man. You know we make it happen, man. Like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, man. Make sure you hit the like buttons as well, you lot, man. You know we do this for you like every day, all the United news. And I haven't got into all of it yet. I've only just started. So make sure you like and subscribe. Bring Ivan Toney back over Mbeumo would be nice. Ivan Toney is on 320k or something a week. He's not going to... When you go Saudi, if you come back, we have to basically pay your whole wage because you're never going to take a wage cut. Update me on Sancho to Juventus. I'm going to talk about that next. Shit off. Don't worry. I'm going to run through a few of these comments. Then I'm going to talk about that right next. Ratcliffe and my Kenyan president Ruto are the same. We saying Ruto's long. Thanks, mate. I'm relieved. God, I didn't get permission. No problem, Hesty, man. I'm going to show you in a minute. Don't worry. I'm going to run through all of it. I just like to see what's going on, what everyone thinks at the moment. Then I'm going to run through the next one. Don't worry, I got you. That's also when we had CR7 in the team, when Brentford beat us 4-0. Yeah, exactly. That was Eric Ten Hag's second game. His first game, Brighton lost 2-1. And then his second game, 4-0, got battered. And then we went and got Casemiro the next day. Literally bought Casemiro. Like, he was going to save us. But I learned Mbeumo was back to Man United. I thought Mbeumo was in his last contract. Yeah, listen, Jude, this is how it works, yeah? He's got 1 year left, but Brentford have got a year extension. It's like you can trigger it. If they don't want to trigger it, they'll let you leave for free. If they're going to trigger it, it's Mbeumo. Like, he's a good player. You trigger it. So if Mbeumo says, I don't want to... if Mbeumo turns around and says he doesn't want to... what's going on there? Okay. Yeah, so if Mbeumo says it, Mbeumo can't tell them nothing. It's up to Brentford, the club. That's what happens in a contract. So when you see a contract, mostly when people do it, they'll say, he has signed for 5 years plus one. You get it? They'll always put the plus one because after 5 years, then they'll have an option to extend for that one. That's not up to you, nothing. You got a contract, so they can trigger it. So that's what's happening. He's got 1 year left, and then they can trigger his contract for 1 more year. So he might not sign nothing this year for another deal, but when it gets to next year, this time, they might trigger it for 1 more year, and then we have to give him like 30 million for him. So that's why I feel like Man United are sitting there and going, he's only got 1 year left though. Like, you get it? Stuff like that. But who knows, man? We'll see. New update on Brandon Mbeumo. Obviously, Laurie Whitwell spoke about him. You know he's very reliable for Man United news. He spoke about Mbeumo, broke certain things down. He basically said there's a stalemate. Obviously, by the time I get to the end of the video, after I've run through everything, I'll show you what he really said and everything. I'll break it down for you, Kevin. Don't watch nothing. Let me get into the Sancho stuff now. Hesty. Is Man United going to face Leeds in pre-season? Yeah, I got that article as well. Don't worry. I got pre-season articles, everything. I got you. Don't worry. Victor Jokovic does not intend to pre-season. Yeah, they said that. Oh, they just said it again. Required to join squad on Saturday, but told sporting president he won't play for club again. He's trying to put pressure on Arsenal, to put pressure on them to go Arsenal bad. 5-year Arsenal deal ready, subject to fee being agreed. So basically, Jokovic keeps telling them, I'm not coming back. You lot can fine me as much as you want because he's got a contract with them. So they'll just be fining him every time. He's basically going on strike. Obi's not ready, man. Obi's got to be like number 3. You can't be backup. Let's be real, man. Or let him go on loan to Sunderland or a championship club, then come back. We can't rely on these guys no more. And that's not even fair on Obi, putting all that pressure on him. You know what I mean? But let's get into the next one. Sancho, the freedom fighter. So it's come out as an agreement now, yeah? They come out agreement the other day, but that was from someone else in Italy. Now it's coming out from Sport Witness, and it's getting so... I don't know if this guy's reliable, but United stands posting it as well. So it's got to be something where it's kind of true. I don't know. But agreement on a 25 million transfer, but player said to want minimum 5 million for severance package from Man United. So he's basically telling United, I want you lot to pay me off for everything I would have got if I stayed for the end of my contract. Most players just leave. Let me get out of here, whatever. He's saying, I want my money. So it's either they're saying that everything's agreed. Personal terms have been agreed. Man United have also reached a base agreement over the transfer fee. However, there's a tug of war between Sancho and United, with him wanting a 4.3 million severance package. So he wants us to pay him off for his contract. Remember, he's got 1 year left. So from now till next year, he might have made 6 million or something, whatever it is, 4.3. I don't know. So the geezer wants money before he can leave. Remember, this happened with, is it Harry Maguire? It happened with Harry Maguire when you remember West Ham. West Ham came in for Maguire. They bid 30 million, remember? 60 million for Maguire and McTominay. And then Maguire said, I'm not going because yeah, I need my money basically. I need my money to be paid off, and then Maguire never went. So this is the same thing basically. But Sancho, this guy is the worst, man. I swear to you, man. We just need. I'll see if I was Ineos, I'll just pay him, mate. Remember, we made a bit of money with that all the sell-on fees. You know, where's all the sell-on fees that we got? Look, we made a bit of money here. We got 5 million for him from Chelsea. Remember, we got 7 million from Alvaro Fernandez. Remember that got a here we go yesterday from Real Madrid. We got 6 million from Elanga, and then we might get a little 2.6 million from this little kid in the middle, who's one step away from joining. So we've got the money to pay him that 4 million, bro. We've got 21 million there. Pay him the 4 million, say, fuck off, man. Don't come back. Simple, bruv. Because this geezer is the worst Man United player ever, man. Just get him out of here and just call it a day. So that's the situation. It's meant to be an agreement. I don't know how true it is. I can't vouch for this source, La Stampa, but United stands pulling it up. So they might be good journalists. I don't know, mate. And if they're just posting anyone now, I don't know. But Sport Witness is more or less saying the same thing. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll get into the next one. We got Gyökeres. This is what's come out today from Record Portugal. He's saying Victor Gyökeres and his camp have rejected 3 separate inquiries from Man United. Player only wants Arsenal. I don't know if that's true or not, but we know he only wants Arsenal right this second for the Champions Leagues, etc. And then it basically just says Sporting spoiled the fun by allowing Saturday return. Like Man United just put in there just now. Look, he's meant to be going back on Saturday. Not thought he'll show up for that either. Arsenal doing the math on financials. Negative Manchester United message repeated. So that's basically him saying, nope, he's not coming right now or whatever. But why would we keep shouting him if he's already told us he wants Arsenal first? And we can see the news. Everyone's watching the news. You can see he's close to signing for Arsenal. And then we're linked to Inacio. He's another sporting player that played with Ruben. And yeah, basically, it's just an easy link, innit? I don't know these sources. I don't know if they're reliable or not. But that's the easiest way to link, to make some clicks. One of Ruben's old players, Ruben's linked with him. Mate, we already know. We're trying to wrap up Mbeumo, and then we want a striker. So all these links right now just doesn't even make no sense. So it just is where it is. Pay him the money, Chelsea money. We got to get rid. Just pay him with the Chelsea money we got. Yeah, the little 5 million. That's what I'm saying. We've got 21 million there, bro. Obviously, let's not even count the 2.6 for the young boy in the middle, because that's not done yet. That's one step away, it said, yesterday. It could be done by now, I don't know. But let's just say we got 18 million there. Bro, give him the 4 million, bro, and say fuck off. Give him 4 million and say fuck off. I can't deal with this no more. So yeah, that's the situation, man. But the money's there, bro. So Sancho just needs to get out of here, man. But yeah, that's the situation with Gyökeres. That's the more news on it. Obviously, we already know the situation. Arsenal are like 5 million apart. All they got to do is agree that 5 million or whatever, and then it is. But they're moving like they're not going to agree it. So it's like a stalemate right now. It might collapse, but I doubt it, man. They're too close. And if you're spending 52 million on Madueke, you must have 5 million for Gyökeres. Unfortunately, bro, we don't get these sell-on fees in one go. They all pay in installments. We get those in installments too. So 7 million for Alvaro, that'll be over the 3 years. Yeah, that's cool, bro. Even that, even what you're saying, even if we get in installments, 6 million for Elanga, give us 2 out of that, yeah, right now. Give us 2 for Alvaro. That's 4 million. That's what Sancho wants. You know what I mean? So that's 4 million. He wants 4.3. Give him the 4. See you later, brother. Peace. Never see him again. Freedom fighter. You got your freedom. See you later. Goalkeepers. We've heard nothing today, apart from the last things I showed you about Ben Jacobs and he said about John Victor. John Victor's big on the list. So John Victor's very likely to be the keeper if Bayern goes. Until one of them goes, nothing ain't happening. No goalkeepers, basically. All the links are just dead. What's your thoughts on Dusan Vlahovic, Mitch? Would you get him at Man United? Time is running out. I would get him on a free, but like he's on a 310k. So that's, remember, they're trying to push all them wages guys out. And he's got an ego over there. He's got a mad ego. I heard that he's doing what Garnacho does. They lost. I heard they lost 5-2 or something. They lost. The geezer posted a comp of himself on Instagram or something of him scoring the goal. Just like stuff about himself. What Garnacho will do, where he prioritizes his goals and assists and what fans do, that's what he's doing. And they hate him over there. They're saying the amount of chances he missed, we might have been able to win the league. He's a bum. They hate him. Just go on the Juventus Twitter where they're talking about Vlahovic and just look at the comments, mate. They're all dissing him. He's too inconsistent. He's got an attitude problem. And he's on 310k. So Napoli and Juventus were trying to do a swap deal because remember, Napoli don't want Osimhen and Juventus don't want Vlahovic. They're both on big wages. They tried to do a swap deal and he said no. He's got 1 year left on his contract. He wants to leave for free and get a bonus. So they hate him over there. I'm sure the fans could donate 4 million combined for a GoFundMe page. Get rid of that 100%. That would be the quickest 4 million Man United's ever seen. If we all put in a $5 each or something, it would be so quick. And we got one of the biggest fan bases ever. That would be the easiest 4 million that you would ever see rised up. Him or probably someone like Højlund. No, Højlund needs to go. We need £1 million to get him out of here. You'll see the whole fan base chip in. People are putting in a $1. Someone are putting in £50. It's crazy. So yeah, that's the situation with Gyökeres, Sancho. All the players are back. Someone asked about pre-season as well. This is the dates. Who was it asked about pre-season? Yeah. Are they going to face Leeds? Naomi. This is it. All the players are back. Bruno. I don't know if you lot have clocked this though. All the players look leaner. Don't you think? They've all lost a bit of weight. They look more lean. Look at Casemiro, Ugarte. They all look more lean. Before, they were all a bit taut. Look at Dogu as well. It's like they've told them, yo, you lot have got to match this fitness program and lose a bit of weight and tone down. Because, bruv, they all look a bit leaner now. Do you understand? Like, I don't know what it is. Ruben might have told them, you lot are going to be running. We're going to be a running team now. Yeah? So, you make sure, mate. So, we'll see, mate. But it looks like they're all a bit leaner, though. Because Casemiro was massive before that. He looks so lean now. Ugarte, even Maino. You understand? So I don't know, man. Ruben might have told him, yo, we're gonna be running this season. We're gonna be intensity. So make sure you lot just dim it down a bit. But that's the pre-season dates anyway. That's the pre-season dates for you there still. So we got Leeds on the 19th. That's in Stockholm. And then we got we're flying to America on the 22nd. So we need to get Mbeumo within 10 days when we fly on the 22nd of July. That's when we fly to America. 3-game tour. West Ham in New Jersey on the 27th of July. Bournemouth in Chicago on the 31st of July. And then Everton in Atlanta on the 3rd of August. And then we fly back to Manchester. And at Old Trafford, we unveil the kit at home to Fiorentina. That's that's the plan. The first time that obviously the fans are going to see the kit, etc., on the players is going to be on the 9th of August. And then a week after that, the business time is started. That's when we're Arsenal. It's time now. So that's the situation. Yeah, Vlahovic, I won't take him. Myth. Who was next? I will take Ollie Watkins. Yeah, Ollie Watkins, he's dope, man. He's dope, man. I've been putting up his props for the last couple of days, mate. He scores goals, mate. Yeah? See, Ollie Watkins, he scores goals. So I will take him all day, bro. Ollie Watkins as well. And you got to remember, like I showed you just there, Ollie Watkins, he scored 15 league goals in his last 3 seasons. He's on a different thing. He's very underrated. I didn't used to think this, but when all these targets have gone and I've looked at him properly, I've gone, wait a minute, he's actually been scoring goals. So it is different. Look, let me show you about Watkins for those that don't know. Look, this is what he's dealing with. We got linked with him yesterday by caught offside, but I already know we're linked with him because Laurie Whitwell already said that we're in for him. And he's the most reliable. So, and then when you look at him, look how consistent he's been. Look at that, 2021, 16 goals. The next season after that, he scored 11 goals. Not his best season, but cool. But remember, Villa was shit for a few of them years, you know. Villa was fighting relegation for a few of them years. And then now they turn it up, 16 goals, 27 goals. The season before last, 17 goals last season. So in his last 3 seasons, he scored 16 league goals minimum. 16 league goals minimum in his last 3 seasons in the Premier League. That's consistency, bro. He's there in the top scorers chart. And if you look at that, look, Mbeumo, Cunha, and Watkins. So that is a good way to go on to get some goals, mate. You just go straight to the top scorers. You go straight to the charts and go, yeah, I'm trying to get 3 players from here, mate. So Watkins ain't bad still. The Sancho's news is fake. So this is fake here. United stand just putting fake news up here, yeah? Who's come and said that it's real? It's fake. Who said that? What journalist said that, Big O? I hope it's not fake, because I hope it is fake that he wants the 4.3 million, but I hope it's not fake that they got an agreement. You know what I mean? So I hope half of it's fake, half of it's true. But yeah, whatever. Let me know what who put it out there though. Who said it's fake? Like or are you guessing, or do you think that? Is that what you think? Therefore looking fitter and look like proper athletes now. Yeah, man. even Shaw and Casa, bro, my man must have put them on a strict diet and said, go on holiday. But I'm telling you now, you got to come back at 67 or 55. Like, you know, like telling them, you know, like when you're doing boxing, you got to have a certain weight. Because, bro, they've all come back lean now. Like, they're ready to run. Do you understand? So, boy, we'll see what happens. No Vlahovic, he's a Rasmus 2.0. That's what people keep saying. But when you look at his comps, yeah, he scores a bit of goals, though. But I know what you're saying. Comps look good on anyone anyway. And the Juventus fans are dissing him. I don't know why. Juventus fans are saying he's inconsistent. He's got an ego of Ronaldo. It just reminds me of Garnacho. And they lost. I think it was against, it might have been PSG, you know, or Man City. Was it Man City? Yeah, Man City, right? They lost 5-2. Well, I think it was. But they lost. And then he put a comp on Instagram of his goals. Imagine that. We're sitting there. We just got battered. Man United just got battered by Arsenal on the 17th of August. God forbid. But someone scores and then they go put a comp of themselves. We'll go mad. What's wrong with this geezer? Basically what Garnacho does. I agree. Lean and in good shape. Will improve with a full preseason. But we need people like Mbeumo through the door who ran third most. Yeah, there you go. The stats are here, man. For those that don't know, this guy is a pressing machine, mate. He covers a lot of grass, third, sprints, third in the whole Premier League. This is not for Brentford, by the way. This is not for Brentford. This is the whole Premier League. It says it there at the top. Look, Bryan Mbeumo, Premier League stats, 2024-25. Fourth for goals scored. You can see he's on the charts. First for expected assists. First for crosses. Third for kilometers covered. And third for sprints. The skis is on a different thing. So we're going to be running up and down. And he's not on a joke thing. We need to act fast, man. I don't know what's happening, but we need to act fast. Oh, he's like that too. Didn't know all about himself. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I would just try to see if we get who got it. Nah, he's too pricey, man. He's too pricey. 85 million is the same thing what we done with Rasmus. We paid 72 million for Rasmus, and it was a project. That's what Ekatike is. He's a project. You're gambling on potential. Because Ekatike is not a world beater. We're looking at it. He's got potential to be this guy. He's got potential to be like an Isaac. So you're spending 85 million in a time where we need to act now on potential. That's crazy. We need goals now. Go for Watkins. Cunha's already here. And then Mbeumo. Them three score goals in the Prem. They're not going to need too long on an adaptation, whatever it's called, period. Give them 6 months. Give him a year. Look at Xerxes, bro. Xerxes came in. The first 4 months was tough. January, he was linked with Juventus. That's where Motta is, his old coach. And everyone was saying he's going to leave, he's going to go, it's probably good for him, blah, blah, blah. He said, no, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to show everyone. And he switched it up. But it took him 4 months. And a few boos in Old Trafford. This is what I'm saying. So you might go there, get Ekatike, he starts struggling. We paid 85 million. We're finished. We're stuck with him. So I don't think they're taking any risks like that, man. They're going for people that they know is going to hit the ground running. Yes, bro, just that work melting as I'm a postman, but I got you in the headset. Big up yourself, Stefan, man. It's like, what's it, like 30 degrees over there or something? Shedding the weight should help with the injuries as muscles less likely to fail. Yeah, exactly. It's true. That's why Mason Mount lost it all as well. Remember, we got 1 game a week as well. So we just need to be ready for that 1 game. You know, come in Old Trafford on Sunday, no problem. We're ready. It needs to become a fortress. How everyone talks about St. James Park and that. You don't want to go there long. That's what needs to be Old Trafford. And all these teams are in Europe. So they're going to play on Thursday, be a bit tired, come to OT, and we're just running the life out of them. Like, we don't want to go there, man. We got OT. That's long. That's how it needs to become again, man. And that's what Ten Hag done. Was it his first season? Ten Hag turned Old Trafford into a fortress. We went so much games unbeaten in Old Trafford. Can't remember how much it was. But he turned into a fortress still. Vlahovic injury prone, mate. Stay away. Hesty, love for that. I didn't even know that one as well. But the ego is mad already, and the 310k is already a myth. Fab said Juventus only contact Sancho last week. Yeah, he said that though. Contact this week. Yeah, he said that a few days ago though. But this is what I'm saying, because I do this every day now. Big O, things can change real quick. I'll tell you that. But like I said, I hope that half of it's true and half isn't. I hope this 4.3 is not true, because remember, Ineos have showed they love money, innit? So they're not on this joke thing. So that might take a little 2-3 weeks itself. But I hope they have got an agreement on the transfer and the wages. Because remember, Napoli, Chelsea, they all walked off because of the wages. And that's what Fab said as well. I saw what you're talking about. He said, bruv, there's still no agreement on wages. Juventus do not plan on paying Sancho's wages if they stay that high. So he had to take a wage cut. And we ain't heard nothing about it. So it could be all false still. Who knows? But United stand, you don't usually see them post people that they don't believe in. But who knows, mate? But yeah, love for that though. Xerxes looks proper lean now. The upper body. They're all lean, bro. Courtney, they all look lean. I don't like this is just a few of them. I could have got a whole different page. Loads of them have shredded the weight. They're ready to run this week. They're really ready to run still. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But Casemiro, remember, he's leaving next season. Next week, yeah, next season he's going to leave. He's 350k is going to go after next season. He just wants to ride it out one more year and then go to Brazil for the World Cup. So that's another 350. If Rashford goes, that's a 300. And then Sancho, all the 300s are gone. The only person that will be left will be Bruno. And he's the captain. Is where it is. I'm just saying, if Sancho did agree on a wage cut with Juventus, that's big news. Fab is thirsty to report anything. He would have. Yeah, you're true. It's right. You're right. It's true. It's true. It's true. But you see me, though. Let me tell you something, Big O. The only thing I'm saying is I've got reports sometimes that Fab taps in late. That's the thing, though. Do you get it? Like right now, I'm doing like it's a morning type of show, isn't it? Fab's a guy, he might tap in at 7 o'clock at night. You get it? So there's bare reports that come out quick, and then Fabrizio always comes late and he'll tap in. He's not always first. And what he does, if you look pre-Fabrizio, he's got all the fan pages, you know. He's got Man United fan page, Everton, every team fan page, he follows them. So he will see reports coming out from different people, and then he'll do his little checks. And then he'll tap in if it's true. That's what he does a lot. So United stand will put him up, or whatever. Everton page will put him up. Fabrizio says this about Everton, and then da-da-da-da-da. And this is what I'll be trying to tell, man. See Fabrizio, you can't really. He's a bit of a tapping merchant. He gets a lot right. Don't get twisted. I rate him, but he does tap in with a lot of news. Some things he doesn't even get right. I'll give you an example right now about Fabrizio, because now that I do this thing here, I look at all the journalists and they'll say things. And I might look at it and be like, this ain't even true. What's this guy talking about? Give it 6 hours. Fabrizio comes out. It's true. It got first reported by this guy. He'll at the person as well. Look at this document, for example. Look at this. This is our young boys, yeah? Both of them are young boys. Look at this. Fabrizio tapped in on both of them. So the 10th, which is yesterday, 10 o'clock in the morning, he said that. Yep. Enzo, Cana, it's been announced by Man United. He didn't even say, here we go. He said it's been announced by Man United. So he didn't even break this news about Enzo. Look at what Sully done. Sully is a Man United ITK, where it's like he gets news about Man United. So look at this. United understand Enzo Kana Biak has successfully completed his medical test and officially signed his Man United contract today. The 18-year-old French striker is set to join as a free agent. Look at the date at the bottom. 1st of May 2025 is when he tweeted that. Sully, this is why I told you, look, there's other journalists man's got to have hopes for. Look, 1st of May, and only yesterday is because Man United confirmed it. Fabrizio's put it on his page. Official, confirmed. Man United have what? You didn't break the news. Man United announced the signing. So he's letting us know Man United broke it. But that's what I'm trying to say. He taps in. So why don't you just, you know what I'm saying? You could have just retweeted Man United's one. So this is what I'm saying about him. He taps in a lot. So that's yesterday, 2 months later. But this guy broke the news. And then look at the other one. Harley Emsden James has signed for Man United. Here we go on the 5th. Look at the date at the bottom. 5th of, that's on the 5th. Let's say 5th, no, 9th, sorry. My eyes are going mad. On the 9th. So 2 days ago, he's brought the news about Harley, yeah? Here we go. Look at this article from Sully and look at the date at the bottom. 22nd of June. 22nd of June. So nearly 2 weeks ago, he's already come at Sully and said, Harley Emsden James to Man United is a done deal. 16-year-old expected to join. This is what I'm trying to say. So you got to give everyone kind of time, because sometimes a man will come out and say something you don't think it's true. It might be fake. And then bam, this guy will end up tapping in 2 weeks later and then he'll take all the credit. Fabrizio said it. It's done. Here we go. So that's the situation with him. You have to follow Sully, bro. You have to. I'm telling you, lot. See, Sully's proper. If you look on Twitter and you want Man United news, and he don't see Sully, he's not a tweeter. He's not here every day talking about how he feels. Ineos are annoying. No, go on his Twitter. He just breaks news and goes and keeps it moving. That's it. He's got a bit like, he thought the medical for Mbeumo would have happened by now, but so did others. Ben Jacobs, who brought the news, blah, blah, blah. So some people are saying things about that, but everything else, he comes through, breaks the news and cuts. And then Fabrizio will tap in 2 months later, 2 weeks later. So that's what I'm trying to say about, there's other journalists as well out here. And I've seen it with Sporting and Portugal. A few of them broke the news about Gyökeres. And then I'm looking at it like, he's not getting Arsenal, man. They're chatting shit. Fabrizio's come out 3 hours later. Gyökeres to Arsenal was close. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I just give everyone time. So if this is what's going on, there might be an agreement. But love for that, though. I appreciate you, Big O, anyway. Because everyone's got to say what they think anyway. And obviously Fabrizio, when he talks, majority of the time he knows what he's talking about. But it's just when he talks about things, though. Because we might hear something right now and then he doesn't say nothing for 6 hours and then he'll come and say it after. So yeah, cool. I think if we can have to consider funds, then if we get Mbeumo, I'll take live 23, 25. But it's just his money, man. It's just the wages. That's all it is, man. It's the wages. 310k is madness. I don't even know if they will do it. I don't know if they'll do it, man. Obviously, we heard about Madueke yesterday as well. I think my man might be his replacement, you know, Garnacho, man. All these reports come out that, like, this wasn't yesterday. This is all the Garnacho stuff. Obviously, it come out Napoli's in for him. Fabrizio basically said that's a myth. Napoli are not in for him. This is a Chelsea fan page, and it said Chelsea have a very strong interest in Morgan Rogers, but he's going to be about 80 million or something. They're not selling him. While also keeping tabs on Garnacho, a player they've been monitoring since January. We all know already they've been monitoring Garnacho for ages. And then it came out the other day, Garnacho massively favours a move to another Premier League club, and Chelsea appeals the most. Chelsea are interested if they don't go for Kudus. Kudus has gone to Tottenham, mate. So what's going to happen now? So Madueke's gone. Kudus has gone to Tottenham. Who are they going to replace him with? This is on the 7th of July. Look at that. Look at the date. Madueke went yesterday. Kudus has gone to Tottenham. So within 4 days, what's changed? Have they gone for someone else? Are they going to go for someone else? Are they not? Who knows? But remember, Garnacho only wants to stay in the Prem. He thought a lot of people are going to come and do a bidding war for him because he said he's going to stay in the Prem. That's not happened. No one's coming for him yet. Only Leverkusen came in for him, Ten Hag, and then he done a madness where he asked for some crazy wages. Napoli don't want him no more. Fabrizio came out yesterday and said, listen, there was a rumour, because it was meant to be a rumour that basically, what's his name? The president of Napoli, there was basically reports going on online saying that the president of Napoli is saying, Garnacho is a brilliant player. You just need to get him away from Man United, and then you will see he basically shine. So we want him. Like, that's what came out yesterday, which is crazy. So he's come out and said, bro, I never said that. These quotes are fake, blah, blah, blah. So, and then Fabrizio's put on that same article, said, they are not in for Garnacho. I'll show you that right now, instead of me explaining it, so it makes a bit more sense. This is what's going on. Look, this came out yesterday. So ESPN has come out and said, Garnacho has been cleared to join his teammates. That's what everyone was thinking. Oh, he's going back to Old Trafford, whatever, boom. And then that's got shut down by Richard Fay not too long ago. This is the middle article, what I'm talking about. Napoli president has not released any statement or interview about Garnacho. Napoli are also not working on Garnacho at this stage. And then Bayer Leverkusen have a genuine interest in Bakayoko as new winger for Ten Hag, as they currently no chance for Alejandro Garnacho deal to happen. So this geezer is finished. This is what's going on with our players. They all want to leave. Let's just talk about the freedom fighters, yeah? The five that got to go. They all want to leave. They've all been told you have to leave, but they all got demands. Sancho didn't want to take a wage cut. Napoli walked off. Chelsea walked off. Garnacho saying, I only want to stay in the Premier League. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? No one in the Premier League is going to come for you if it's not Chelsea. If Chelsea don't save us, we are finished, mate. We are finished. Rashford, I only want Barcelona. All these guys are just moving mad. Like, Anthony, I only want Real Betis. Bro, we finished 15th. You're not in our plans. See you later. They're still acting up and they're all asking for stuff. I don't get it, bro. If we can't sell Ghana, my hope is for Ekitike is gone. Yeah, Newcastle's in for Ekitike as well. Apparently Newcastle want him. I don't know why they want him when they've got Isaac, but fuck knows, mate. They got exciting project over there. I don't know what they're trying to build up. 100%. I'm with you, Big O. 1,000,000%. I'm with you. I'll settle for Watkins all day. Take the 3, Watkins and Mbeumo, Konya, and call it a day. I'm with that. So yeah, that's more or less it. Rashford, he's got the green light, man. This is what we were waiting for, man, because Luis Diaz was their guy, man. It was Luis Diaz. They was twerking for Luis Diaz, Barca. They went to Liverpool twice. They said he's not for sale. Now, finally, they've given the green light. Hansi Flick's given the green light for Rashford. So hopefully this happens. He ends up going to Barcelona. Like I said to you lot, if we spend whatever we get for him, we can spend up to 3 times that amount because he's an academy player. So even if we get 32 million, we can spend up to 96 or whatever it is. Like, it's going to work out well where we got money and we get his wages off the book. Perfect. It's just getting his wages off the book as well. He's on I think he was meant to be on a 325k or something, but obviously, because we didn't make Champions League, I know a lot of them take a wage cut. So that's that's it. Sancho, we've seen this agreement talk. I don't know if it's true or not. United stands put up already as well and said basically he wants a 4.3 million severance package before he leaves. There's a tug of war between Sancho and United. I don't know. We'll see. Well, obviously, hopefully we'll find out a bit more about it later. But apparently agreement on the transfer is cool. So, but that's already been said by everyone. Fabrizio even said that the money is cool. Everyone's already said 25 million is all right. Chelsea said it was all right. Napoli, Fenerbahce, everyone that's coming for him has said the 25 million is fine. It's just the wages. So let's see if he's really agreed wages for once. Let's see what happens with that. We got pre-season. All of them look fitter and leaner. I don't know what's going on, what Amarin's cooking, but he's telling them, yo, you lot better drop some weight and be ready because they're going to be running this season. Pre-season, obviously, this is the schedule. Leeds is on the 19th, and then we get on the plane on the 22nd of July, and then West Ham's our first game in New Jersey on the 27th. Then we got Bournemouth on the 31st, Everton on the 3rd, Fiorentina back in Manchester, Old Trafford on the 9th, and that's when we unveil our main kit to the fans, etc. So that's the situation with pre-season. All the players are back now. They're training. We need to wrap up Mbeumo in the next 10 days, mate, because he's got it goes on the 23rd. This is the here we go money that we've been getting, money in our sleep. That don't seem like it's going towards anything right now. But yeah, it's just Carreras. He went to Real Madrid yesterday. Here we go. We've had Alanga's money, and then obviously Maxi Oyedele. He's in that one should be happening very soon. I don't know if it's going to happen. He plays for Liga Warsaw, but he's definitely getting the move. I don't know if it's going to happen with this exact team, but we'll see. But it's meant to be happening very soon, so we'll see what happens there. Laurie Whitwell, this geezer, obviously very reliable for Man United news. I played you a video earlier, and he just came out and basically said, this is it, basically broken down. He's basically saying, we don't want to look like we're overspending. They don't want to look like they're getting taken the piss out of. So it's got to be a middle ground. But he keeps saying, I think there's going to be a middle ground in all this. I think like we're going to go back in. Like we've put in too much work. This is not like the Braithwaite one. That's what he says. Like it's not like the Braithwaite one because we've put in hella work this one here. Like, so it was very close. He can't see us going back in, but we don't want to look like we're basically overpaying still. We're trying to change that. We walked away from Braithwaite deal last season. So yeah, man, that's all it is. But even if it's only a couple of million, then that's something United don't want to feel like it's being forced. Surely there's a middle ground to all of this. But he's saying he thinks it's going to happen though. So that is positive. Ben Jacobs, he said the same thing yesterday. He thinks it's going to happen. Blah blah blah. I might go to Chicago and watch the preseason. Help this broke club for PSR. Trust me. But you know how big Man United are anyway. Our fan base is so crazy that they'll probably sell out over there anyway. It's madness. They'll probably still sell out. It's off because of an illegal approach from Spurs. Swear down. Gives White to Spurs is off because of an illegal. No way. Where's that? You got Gary. Come on, man. You see when you do these things, you got to put the at and put who it's from next to it. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you're saying? Is that what your neighbor told you? Did you see it on Twitter? Like, tell me, bro. Where's that from? Who's the link? But yeah, man. So that situation with Laurie Whitwell, he basically just said this about Mbeumo. We're not far apart in it, so we'll see. But they've got a number that they're saying. We've got a number, and we don't want to look moist. They don't want to look moist. So something's got to happen soon. Like I said, we leave for the 22nd of July to get on that plane. So hopefully something happens before then. Madueke replacement. like it says, we just got to look at the last document. We don't need to look at none of ones. Garnacho massively favours a move to another Premier League club. He's already said, I only want to stay in the Prem. Chelsea's been interested for ages. They was interested from last season. We all knew that already. Chelsea fans were going crazy. And Chelsea are interested if they don't move for Kudus. This is on the 7th. It's the 11th today. So before Kudus went to Spurs, this is what came out. Madueke's left yesterday. He's gone to Arsenal. Kudus has gone to Spurs. Garnacho is very wanted by Chelsea. But remember, they put an inquiry about Malik Fofana, who is at Lyon. So who knows what's going to happen there? They might go back in for Malik Fofana, or they might go for Garnacho. But this is literally, for me anyway, I think this is literally our last way out for Garnacho. If he doesn't go there, we are finished. I can't see him going anywhere else. I can't see Garnacho going to somewhere like Brentford. They're not going to pay the money. West Ham maybe, with Kudus money. Would they go for him? I don't know. But I can't see anyone else coming in for him, man. And everyone can see his attitude problem. That's the thing about Man United. This is why people are saying, oh, Onana and all of this. Why they're not going, bro? Everyone watches Man United games. You either support Man United or you hate them and you want to laugh at them. So, mate, I don't know what's going to happen, bro. How can Chelsea give all these players game time? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing. They have Quenda come in. They got Estavio, Quenda. They got who else they got? They got someone else as well, ain't there? Bro, they've got a mad team, bro. They got wingers galore, but their thing is like they're just gonna bring them in. Who works? You don't work, you go the next season. Remember, they had players in. Oh my god, it's true. Nottingham Forest are considering legal action over what they believe is an illegal approach by Spurs for Morgan Gibbs White. Deal delayed as it stands. Spurs in the dark and had who's it from though? Man United. Man United's reliable. When Man United comes in this, it's reliable. Ben Jacobs, yeah? No way. Is that what's going on now? That's gonna delay them. That might delay them a bit for the Whistler stuff. Let me show you lot. Let me show you lot that so you lot can see. Let me share my screen and we can all see. You know I always bust you lot. Hold on. This is what's going on then. Let me share my screen with you lot. 1 second. That's what's going on. Save. Nottingham Forest are considering legal action over what they believe is an illegal approach by Spurs for Morgan Gibbs White. Deal delayed as it stands. Spurs in the dark and had planned medical completion for this afternoon. Crazy. Crazy. Victor Gyökeres has not returned to pre-season training as planned. He already informed Sporting's president he won't play for again. Deal removes it. So that's what they're doing. Arsenal are sitting there and waiting because he's not thinking, he's not coming back, and he hasn't come back now. So they're going to say, look, what are you not saying? My man ain't coming back. If you don't get the money for him now, you're never going to get the money. Victor Gyökeres will not show up for training, blah, blah, blah. Tap in. Safe. This is what's going on right now. It's gone mad. So yeah, we're not getting Victor Gyökeres then. they're gonna finish this deal, man. This deal is more or less done. Man United, love for that, man. That's my guy, man. Always plug him man in. You see me? I can't have Fabrizio on notification because he just writes so much. Sesko's followed Arsenal on Instagram. His tap-ins are crazy. My phone will be going beep, 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 bare notifications. So I take it off. So I need Man United and I need you lot to come in and show us certain things. But listen, I got to big up Gary though, because Gary's the one that broke the news in here. So big up yourself. But remember, we got to look at all these news because we got to see what Spurs are doing. Because Spurs put in a bid for Wissa. So we got to know what Spurs are doing. We got to be checking our mirrors for Spurs because they're in for Wissa, mate. So this might be a good thing or a bad thing. They might take that 60 million and take it to Wissa. Who knows, mate? Who knows? They need permission to talk to the player from the selling club. Yeah. That's madness. Safe, that's madness. Love for that though, Gary. Appreciate that, man. Like I said, I didn't know who it was from. You get it? So, but love for that. Appreciate you, man. That's mad. A few questions, but what do you think is a good transfer window then? what would you think would be average? Then realistically, what do you think we end up with? I think realistically, we go and we sell one of these players. Say Rashford. Realistically, yeah, I don't think Rashford's going to go on a permanent. I don't think Barcelona really rate him like that. I think they're going to take him on a loan. So Rashford goes on loan. We might still be able to buy. I don't know. From that, we go get Watkins, maybe 50 million. We meet in the middle, 45 or something, because he's 29. 45, 50 million Watkins. I don't think we'll get a midfielder because we have to sell the rest of them. I think they're all gonna go. Anthony, Sancho, they're all gonna, maybe Malacia. He's the only one that might stay. But I think they're all gonna go. But what the problem is that it might take so long that it waits to the end of the window and then teams start coming in for loan. Some might come from Malacia on the last day of the loan because they know Man United when I sell him. Garnacho, same thing. So that's what I think is going to happen still. But yeah, this is scam banana. So Gyökeres he's gonna end up going, man. He's definitely gonna end up going. I'll tell you that for real. Because if he's not coming for preseason training and they're sitting there saying, bruv, do you not want to take the money or not? It's 45 million difference. Take the money, bro. So I think he's gonna end up going, man. I swear to you. Nottingham Forest are considering legal action there. Yeah, you brought the news from me. Gittins. Oh, Gittins. Yeah. They got too much wingers, man. Gittins, Quenda, Estevio, and now they sold Madueke. I don't have a clue, mate. But they might go and get Garnacho. It's being said that they want Garnacho. So we'll see. What's considered a legal approach? This is what I'm saying. They ain't really wrote an article on it, have they? There's no article on it. Let's see. If there was an article or something, man could have went into it or something, but there's nothing like that. He's just saying, yeah, it's a planned medical. Look, Fabrizio's tapping in now. Look, the tapping merchant. Look, tapped in. Nottingham Forest prepare a complaint to the Premier League for Morgan Gibbs White's move to thing. Nottingham Forest working on potential legal action that they believe Spurs made a legal approach to the player, as Sky Sports reported. He's always acting as something. Tapping merchant, man. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully they don't turn. This might take them away for about a week, hopefully. And we don't hear if that 60 million is frozen and the release clause. I don't want to hear they've took the money and gone for Wissa now. This is why man's pre Spurs. Man, not even want to pre-Spurs, bruv. Let them do what they're doing, but safe. Madness. Let's all laugh at Tottenham, safe. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's mad. So yeah, I don't know, bro. Obviously, we'll know a bit more later, innit? We'll see what happens with there. But they need permission. This is what Gary's saying, and Gary brought the news, so he might know a thing or two. You get me? They need permission to talk to the player from the selling club. So maybe they didn't ask for permission, and they just went and just activated his release clause. Done. That's what might have happened. I'm sorry, guys. And this time, United, please, World Cup striker, confirm. Jamal, who's a world-class striker that's left though, man? Osimhen don't want to come. He wants money. Gyökeres, I wouldn't even say he's world-class. He's got world-class numbers, but I don't know if he's going to do it in the Prem. That's the only thing everyone says. Who else would you say is a world-class striker? Do you know what I'm saying? Harry Kane. He's not coming in. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why we don't go and rock the ball at Palace for Mateta. 1 year. I said this, but you know what it is? Palace, apparently they don't want to sell him. They're trying to get him on a new contract. And there was a link the other day that AC Milan wanted him. So AC Milan want Mateta, apparently. I don't know, man. It's all up there. But I've not seen one link for us for Mateta. So maybe we don't believe in him or something. I don't know what it is, but he fits the bill. What we've been looking for, Osimhen, Gyökeres, Delat, big, strong striker, bullies defenders. He's done it in the Prem as well. But we ain't been linked to him at all. I don't know. It's weird. But Watkins and him should be the main two we're linked to right now, but we're not. We're not. Like I said, I do this every day and I ain't seen one link to Mateta. That's more the fans, us lot saying Mateta. But I've not seen no one reliable come out and say it. What happened to João Felix? Don't hear about this player anymore. And what happened to Tyler Diblin? Tyler Diblin, they quoted him 100 million or something. They said I want 100 million for him, and that killed everything for him. And João Felix, bruv, I don't know where he is. He looks like a baller, but everywhere he goes, they don't play him. They don't rate him. He went AC Milan on loan. AC Milan fans are saying get him out of here. AC Milan already told us. They said, oh yeah, we're not gonna sign him permanently. Weird, man. Weird. He looks like a baller, everything, but everywhere he goes, no one takes him in. They just always like, nah, we're not signing him. Nah. Every time. So I don't know what's going on with João Felix, but I doubt we'll go from. He don't work hard enough anyway. He doesn't work a lot hard enough. That's definitely one thing. So in our system now, he wouldn't be able to fit in. That's 100%. But yeah, that's the last I've heard about João Felix. And Diblin, they said they wanted 100 million. They just got relegated. Like, how dare you? Everyone just saw that and said, yeah, we're not even entertaining you no more. You're an idiot. So that's killed Diblin's whole move. But he's probably going to move to somewhere. I thought he would go Tottenham, to be honest, but they went for Kudus. So I don't know where he will end up. He might end up somewhere like West Ham or something. Remember they got to replace Kudus, innit? West Ham got to replace Kudus. I'll wait for the here we go. On who, Brandon? Who you talking about? What's he talking about? I'll wait for the here we go. And Mbeumo needs to put in a transfer request. He's 26. They extend his contract. He'll be 28 when he's a free agent. Yeah, it's true. But I think we might have replaced them by then as well. Remember, we're linked with Diblin as well. So we might end up going for someone like Diblin after. And that is a drop-off, man. Imagine going from Mbeumo to Diblin. Like, Diblin doesn't hit none of this. Not even half. Obviously, he's older and whatnot. You expect it. But come on, man. That's meaty. Yeah, that's mad. Wait, but we'll see what happens, man. That's the show more or less done. I've more or less told you everything that's come out this morning or late afternoon yesterday. Obviously, as the day goes, there's going to be more stuff that come out with Man United. You know what I mean? So I'll keep you lot intact. Hopefully, Tottenham, they're just over there chilling and having to sort out this legal thing now, because this Wissa thing is the only thing that's killing, man. And Forest put in a bid yesterday as well. So even Forest are trying a little thing. So we need to make sure Wissa doesn't move for now and we just get this Mbeumo thing wrapped up. So hopefully we hear something more concrete. Hopefully this Sancho thing, there's a bit of truth in it, where there's an agreement or something. And then we'll see in it. Rashi's looking likely he's going to go Barca. Bid for him. Not loan, bid. So I'll keep you lot intact later on. I'll be back on later. Love to everyone that's been in the chat. Love for everyone that's been inside. Appreciate all of you lot. Everyone have a great day. Peace.
Some celebs pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, I'm preserving beat, I'm more